Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All praises and thanks are due to Allah. We praise Allah and seek assistance and forgiveness from Allah. And we seek refuge in Allah from our lower selves and from the wrongs we commit. Good morning. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished guest speaker, poets, writers, and students of the UTG. It's a great pleasure to be in this auspicious position to deliver and elaborate on my latest book, Words and War, Kumaba Kele Kumakono, right? I think Joanne have to really be given an assignment on that to elaborate more on the side of that book and to speak on the importance of poetry in Gambian literature. The pen. I'm sorry if I have to sound at times poetic among, us. Poetry is something that we live with. It's part of our daily lives. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it in the Quran, Noon, I swear by the pen and when the angels writes. It's something really short but very, very, very powerful. It entails everything we need to know when it comes to poetry itself. Writing is an fascinating and peaceful aspect of everything we need to know. Writing is the foundation for our society. When it comes to medium, speeches, videos, podcasts, penmanship is all under writing. And you cannot go ahead without this individual. I started writing at an early age, probably age 7. My family are very much concerned about education, specifically being a woman and living in a society that one way or the other, they don't consider much on the side of the religion, being young and able to deliver. Okay. When I started writing, it was not what it is today. And the most interesting aspect of that is that people don't take poetry as something very, very important. And sometimes I will send my pieces to them. And the first thing is that, Sister Sophia, this is too long. I don't think so. I'll get the time to go through it. But alhamdulillah, today, when I release even one piece of my work, people have to rush into my inbox that I want to see what you have done. I want to read that piece of yours. So that shows you, in anything that you are doing, you have to be persistent. You have to develop that passion towards your talent. Well, there are challenges, a lot of challenges, but then that strong stamina has led us to where we are today. Words and War, came at a time that I never thought for once it will be Words on War. Immediately after I launched my first book, that is Under the Spell of Poetry, I went to the studio and I was recording a poem pertaining the Gambia, which I have really indicated in the book. In any of my work, I want to sell the Gambia first. because this is one aspect that will make you very unique. And I told my manager that my next book will be focusing on divorce, marriage in specific, prostitutions, attitude, dressing code, our mode of dressing as young women. Because I've been into TikTok, Facebook, I've seen us as young people, especially women, the way we dress. I wasn't impressed with anything of such. And I said, I'm going to set a good example. And where can I speak up in this aspect is through what? Poetry. So as an activist, a writer, a poet, I said, I'm going to make my voice be heard on this aspect. The book is a direct wisdom from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I started writing it, I just got 30 poems maximum. And with the help of Allah, I went to an extent that I was like, this year I'm not releasing anything. But I woke up the following morning and it's like a spirit that has entered in me. I couldn't sleep anymore. I said, I'm going to write up to 100. I task myself every day to write at least 10 poems a day. 10 poems a day. Because I practice like crazy. The more you practice, the more you get familiar to the work. And through this system, I was able to have 500 poems before. From that 500 poems, I have to choose the best ones. And it was already 6 months. My sister is every day on my neck. What do you want to do next year? Or this year in particular? I said, I'm looking into what to do. The day I told her I'm going to release the Words on War with 200 poems, she cried. Why? Because we went through a lot of things that we never believed, okay, we will reach that far. I have a very good, strong sisters who are very, very supportive. Back then, my poems were like, she's too religious. So sometimes people don't listen to what I do. But alhamdulillah, today, those 200 poems has changed me to someone very different. And I guess the book is very beneficial. And trust me, when you get it, you get everything. Because I do not want to take your money just for the sake of me making profit. But I want you to get in touch with that book and see the inspirations I draw from not only the society that I live in, but the Holy Quran. It's everything. The deen aspect, the life in the street, everything inclusive, with the heroes that we have in the Gambia. Some are late, some are currently with us. Alhamdulillah, may Allah grant them long life and good health. So the Words on War, I can say into details, this is the beginning of everything towards my journey. I believe under the spell of poetry was just a flash of everything that I supposed to do. But when I released the Words on War, I understand that, okay, now is the time for us as Gambians, as young people, to focus on to writing. Writing has a lot of importance when it comes to poetry in specific. We are able to acquire, let's say, a land right now for our club and to empower the young people, the talented individuals, to understand what they have and to take it seriously, please, seriously. The importance of poetry in Gambian literature. If I have to talk about that, it will take all of our time. But I just have to summarize it. That is, it has created a platform for us to speak, our problems out. And the young people are getting the right exposure right now through poetry. Due to the rise of poetry, we have formed academic institutions to help young poets to contest in international competitions. An example is my own club. Right now, we are working on to go outside the Gambia and represent our country. It has helped us understand many things within a short given time. It gives us the new perspectives about the world that we live in. And we are selling currently Gambia into the international market. Just yesterday, when I checked my Amazon mode of positions that currently I am into the international market, I was surprised to be hashtag 58, which was a great breakthrough. Over 3 million books are on Amazon. Having my book on hashtag 58 is something that I never ever believed I'd go. So there is a great opportunity in poetry, specifically in the Gambia. Please, if you are one of them and you want to become a rising star in this country, take poetry with your 2 hands. There is future, a big future ahead of us. Poetry has united us in this, despite of our different languages. But through poetry, we are able to communicate to each other. And that is what aspect that we cannot have before. Only few were known. The likes of Hassan Sise is a very good poet. The likes of Sabali, Jangi Jollof. So these are our role models. And looking at them back, it wasn't as it is today. But alhamdulillah, we are able to take from them, and we are trying to change the narrative aspect of it. Our only problem in Gambia right now is the culture of reading, and for people to understand what you have. So this is a challenge that I alone am not facing, but some of our students that are into poetry, this is the problem we are all facing. And I guess this organization will be an opportunity for us to get it accessible. It has improved in our mode of public speaking, poetry. So you being a poet, you have a big opportunity above everybody. So I pray, without taking much of your time, that may Allah grant us steadfast the passion we have towards this journey of life, that we cannot go without it, and that is specifically writing. May Allah make it easy. And thank you so much for paying attention to me. Thank you.